Hey Gemini, it's Rose from Sacred Waters Tarot, here to bring you your timeless reading for the month of May 2025 for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Anywhere you have strong Gemini placements in your chart, cross watchers, you are welcome. Cross watchers, you actually, if you are subscribed to my channel, you know the drill around here. You can find out a lot of information about Gemini, about your person, especially if there's limited contact, no communication at all, or ghosting going on between you and Gemini. Just keep in mind, everyone, this is a general reading, so not everything I say will resonate with all of you. Only take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else. Now, with that being said, if this video has found you, if my channel has found you, welcome to my channel. Please consider subscribing. Please like, please share with a loved one. Comment below, guys. I love to hear from you. Let me know how this resonates with you and your situation. And if you do not want to comment based on personal reasons, I totally understand. Please consider leaving me your favorite emoji. Okay, guys, in the description box, and I will link it also to pin it to the comment section. All the information to book a reading with me, and I would love to hear from you and read for you. Now, without further ado, let's get into your reading. Like I said, guys, my readings are timeless. Okay, I'm recording this video on the 14th of May. Know whenever this video finds you, it's the right time for you to hear these messages, okay? We are coming out of a full moon in Scorpio. I definitely felt it. Comment below, guys. Let me know how this full moon in Scorpio treated you. All right, my Gemmies. Let's get into your reading. Let's see what's going on in Gemini land, okay? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Cross Watchers. Ooh, in the recent past regarding your energy, we have the Four of Wands. So maybe some of you, something really nice, a blessing came to you guys. Something that really, like, a special moment happened, maybe probably like in the beginning of April, around April 5th, 6th, 7th, something like that. The Four of Wands speaks of an engagement, a brand new home, a brand new baby, a small wedding, a vacation, a staycation. But it's about two people coming together in a divine union. And you see this card here in this deck. It's really beautiful. This looks like a Hindu ceremony, a Hindu marital ceremony, or maybe like a housewarming or celebrating something between a beautiful couple here. It's just a beautiful card to see in the recent past. Let's see what's going on in your energy. But it definitely is a strong sign of Aries as well. So, but if you guys have Aries placements, that makes perfect sense. If you don't, if your person has Aries placements, definitely that makes sense. But I do truly feel like it's more like the season of Aries, which would have been around late March, early April, going into mid-April, okay? Let's see what's in the current position, guys. Oh, and we have the Magician in reverse. So, what's going on? Strong sign of Aquarius, strong sign of Virgo, doesn't have to be. Some of you, maybe you feel like you've been manipulated into something. Or some of you also possibly, is what I'm picking up strongly, could be under some type of jealousy, envy, evil eye, somebody trying to manipulate you, somebody trying to make you not be so happy, not be in this Four of Wands energy. Now, this would have taken place only about a month ago, because like I said, it's May 14th, so you should still be happy from this Four of Wands energy. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be with another person or romantic partner. Okay, it can be something for yourself and something with your friends as well, you know, but something, a blessing for sure. But with the Magician in reverse here, and in this deck, you know, it's a female. Again, the traditional Rider-Waite is a male magician. I usually don't see it as a male or a female, just like a person who is an alchemist. When we're in the reverse, they are the alchemist. They are the alchemist of the dark arts, meaning the dark esoteric, the dark occult, not anything of love and light, not anything manifesting beautiful with beautiful candles, crystals, and stones, and herbs and offerings and flowers. Nothing like that. This is just downright and dirty. It doesn't necessarily have to be a spell, but it can be somebody trying to manipulate you, or trying to think that, you know, someone trying to take away your light, Gemini. And I do feel like it's a female here, regardless of your gender. I feel like it's a female who is very jealous and envious of you. They may do some type of, they may be a diviner in some way that they say, but for the most part, behind closed doors, they're doing dark work. They're sending negative energy, whether it's actually through an actual spell or witchcraft, black magic, whatever you want to call it, or they're just sending you negative energy from their own energy, which can seem really like a spell. It's where you can feel like you've been manipulated. For some of you, maybe you got swept off your feet by somebody in late March, early April, and now you found out this person is not who they say they are. But I do have a feeling, because it's a female. Now, if I'm talking to females who are dating men, this would be a female who is against you, somebody who's trying to cause problems for you in your new happiness, in your new foundation, in your new home, in whatever it is, blessing that you walked into in the month of April. Now we have the Magician reverse trying to kind of conjure the situation out of your life, okay? And this does happen when people see us happy, or when we announced, maybe you made an announcement on socials or something like that, or maybe just it got word through the grapevine that, Gemini's in love, Gemini's having a baby, Gemini's getting married, Gemini's getting engaged, whatever. Gemini's moving to a beautiful new home. Gemini, like I said, Gemini's just happy. And people, we think that our friends and family, want that happiness for us. For the most part, yes. But in many situations, especially being a tarot card reader, especially knowing this, firsthand, that many people are not they're not our friends. They're not our family. They want to see us suffer. They don't want to see us happy. Unless they're happy, then they don't care. So I'm wondering what's going on here, Gemini. Strong Virgo energy, strong Aquarius energy. Let's see what's going on in the future. Okay? The Nine of Wands in reverse. You really need to protect your energy, Gemini. I feel like there's a direct hit on your home here, your home life, your happiness, your well-being, and in the future, you're unaware. I feel you may be feeling something is wrong. Like, I was so happy, and then what happened? Things don't feel right. Things feel off. And in the future, I feel like if you do not, kind of clear your energy and figure out what's going on and try to do something to, positive affirmations, ground yourself, do some self-reiki, do some meditating, do some prayers, you may find yourself in a position where you have to defend yourself and you're not ready to defend yourself, So, this is definitely why we do these readings, so we can kind of be ready for what's ahead. Okay, this is not saying that this is going to happen. This is just what's in your energy right now based on what happened in early April. You got to let me know in the comments, guys, okay? Let's see what else Spirit wants to tell you. Ace of Wands in reverse. It looks like somebody's after your relationship, okay? Looks like somebody is after you. So for many of you, if you met someone in April, if you met someone before April, and the relationship took a turn for the better, and you guys got serious, you guys fell in love, you guys felt like twin flames, soulmates, whatever, divine counterparts, it's somebody is trying to, a female is trying to take away your happiness, take away your person. And I feel like I'm speaking to many females who date men or are married to men. You could have had a significant anniversary, 10 years, 20 years, 5 years, 1 year, whatever. You don't have to be married to this person. It doesn't mean you're married. You could be engaged, life partners, long-term relationship, commitment. Okay, this could be a brand new relationship that took off so well, and the chemistry was so good that others were just like venomous and spewing venom on you, especially this woman here. And in the future, it looks like they're wanting to still attack, everything that you have. Maybe you have your own home. You moved in with this person. You have your own home. You have your own children, your own whatever. You don't have to have children. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying you have a beautiful life. Okay, Gemini, with the Ace of Wands reversed, someone's trying to take away your person. Okay, somebody is trying. This could be a same-sex marriage too, same-sex relationship too. It's all good here, but I'm speaking for many of you heterosexual relationships, male and female. It's under attack, and this has been coming up a lot lately. I just want you to know that I get this in a lot of my readings, and if it's not under spiritual or psychic attack, somebody is spewing so much venom and creating confusion and chaos, probably making up stories, conjuring up stuff from the past, maybe someone's going into someone's closet and, showing all their skeletons, stuff like that, because I see in the future, you're not going to be prepared to fight for what's yours. So this is your heads up, because with the Ace of Wands reversed, that means like, things aren't so hot and spicy anymore for you, Gemini. What started out to be very fiery and spicy and passionate, looks like it's under, it's like it's not happening. So let's see what's going on here. For many of you, you maybe met somebody really quick. They came in hot, and all of a sudden they split. They're gone, and now you're like left to defend yourself, and you don't know what happened. Maybe you were ghosted. Crosswatcher, maybe this is your energy. I don't know. But I don't feel like you were ghosted, like, purposely. Like, I feel like it was a third party's intention to break you guys up. Okay? I just want you to know how common this is. Okay? So let's see what else is going on. Clarify the Four of Wands. The Ten of Wands. Endings and beginnings. This could be this person's ex. You see how the tree is growing out of a skull? Okay? Now, that's very common in domination work, Gemini, where a person, especially a female, it doesn't have to be a female, but in this case it is a female. A female will, I can't tell you how much of this is going on lately and how much it's like it's coming out like I'm just hearing it all over the place. Domination spells, domination work, to dominate a person's, like to dominate a man's will, okay? So maybe before you met this person, a strong sign of like a fire sign. Maybe you're with the fire sign, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? Maybe your person has a lot of fire in their chart, okay? But it looks like they are, maybe they're divorced, or maybe they were with somebody for a long time. They had children or whatever. 10 years is a long time to spend with somebody. But this skull here with the tree coming out of it makes me think that this person, whoever your person is that you're having a relationship with, and you're meeting, you're kind of like in a confusing part of the energy. The energy has like fizzled out, and you're like, what the hell happened to my person? Everything was great. We were so in love last month, and now it's like I don't even know what the hell's going on. I don't even know who this person is anymore. And I feel like it's because of his past, okay, or her past, if it's same-sex relationship, okay? And it seems like this person was in a long-term commitment with either a Virgo or an Aquarius, doesn't have to be, okay? And they did something to dominate their crown chakra to make them leave you and go back to them, or just leave you in general. We will see, okay? Because then I also see like the spark being out, so maybe they did something to them. They might have done something to bind their, will, as far as intimacy and stuff like that. And then also going after your home and sending like malevolent, just dark spirits, not benevolent, malevolent spirits, okay, dark spirits to go to your home. Whether that is successful or not, I think you're starting to feel like something is wrong. So I strongly suggest that when you are aware of this and you can understand how energy works, that's almost part of the battle. So Gemini, this is your confirmation that something is very wrong. And your person's ex has a very strong hold on them, and they don't want to see them happy with you or probably anyone else. But this is something that needs to be, either released, let go, or you walk away. It's up to you, Gemini, We'll see what else is going on here. Show me more information, Spirit, about this Magician in reverse. Okay. Six of Wands. So this female of the darkness, okay, this black magic bruja, witch, whatever you want to call her. I hate to say witch because witch is a good thing, but in this case, whatever. This dark alchemist has been successful for quite some time in controlling your person, okay? So, but I think it's temporary success, because when people do magic like this, it always goes back to them, Anyone who puts out chaos magic and baneful magic, vengeful magic, to get justice, to, just to get, for whatever happened between them, they can't get over it, and they don't want to see them happy. They want them to suffer. They don't, they don't want them to see, they don't want to see them moving on without them. Okay? So this person has been successful for quite some time. But, that can only last for so long. The Six of Wands is a small victory. I feel like this person, they do pay the karma, but then they keep going. They don't listen to Spirit saying, hey, stop. They don't do that because they're full of piss and vinegar, excuse my language. And they're just really a dark soul, very, very dark, if no soul. Okay, so they don't care what they do, and they don't care the consequences that they have to pay. Eventually it's going to catch up to them, but they're not caring, about it. They just want to see. They don't want to see you and your person happy. Let me see what else goes on here. Eight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like with the Eight of Swords energy, I feel like your person and the saboteur are both in this energy of being in imprisonment. Okay? Now, the reason why the saboteur is feeling like they're in imprisonment, because I feel like the divine has been watching what they have done, Gemini, and they're big mad. They're really mad at this person because this person should not be doing this. Whatever they had is over. Okay? It's completely over. And it's been over for quite some time, but they just can't seem to get this person out of their head. Okay? Every other word out of their mouth is your person's name, and probably even your name. You may know this person. This person could be in their lives because maybe they have children together, or maybe their family dynamic is still intertwined because they were together for so long, right? But I feel like with the Eight of Swords here is speaking about both, not you, your person and the saboteur, both feeling like they're in imprisonment, okay? So it's a bad thing for your person, but it's a good thing for the saboteur because now they're paying karma. Were they successful? Yes, but they're being hit with something else. They're being hit with not being able to do any more. No more sabotage, no more spell work, no more chaos magic, none of that. They're being stopped by another force, okay? And but your person is also being stopped by, so it hit your person, and it also hit them. Okay, they're paying their karma, and your person's unfortunately paying the karma too. Unfortunately, something might have happened. Listen, nobody's perfect. Your person might have done something wrong to this person in the past. Maybe they were at fault, maybe they weren't. It'll be different for all of you because this is a general reading. But for whatever reason, this female has such spite, such venom, such vengeance, such bane against your person that they're willing to do whatever they have to do to see your person not be happy and for you guys not to continue moving forward. Okay? They don't care about their karma. They don't care about what happens to them. They're just going to get back up and keep fighting until Spirit says, you know what, you're not allowed to do anymore. And I think they're starting to see that karma is finally hitting them. Unfortunately, your person is taking the hit too. Okay? So, let's see what else is going on here. Come on, guys. What else does Gemini need to know? Gemini, you really need to protect your energy, okay? I definitely would protect my home, protect my car, protect my pets, protect my children, whatever. I'm sure everyone's fine. I think the direct hit is on your person and you. But I don't feel like it's affected you yet. But you're noticing that your person is not the same. Like the intimacy has changed. If maybe it's just not existent right now. And you're like, what happened? And that's because this person was successful. This magician in reverse, this alchemist in reverse, this dark woman, okay, has been successful time and time again with dominating your person. And I feel because your person hurt them, whether they meant to or not, they hurt them in the past. And this female cannot get over it. Okay, she's obsessed with destroying his life or her life. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Gemini, I'm sorry, Gemini. This happens a lot, Gemini. This is common, okay? This is very common, and it is very real. Magic is real. All this stuff is real. Good magic, bad magic, it's all real. We need to protect ourselves. We need to ground our energy. We need to protect our energy at all times, daily, in the morning, in the evening, whenever you can, okay? Definitely saying positive affirmations definitely helps. And the awareness of understanding that something is wrong is a huge, like, it's like the first initial spell breaker. You know what I mean? Like the darkness starts to break apart, and that's when you can start to, understand that something is not right, and it's not on the 3D, it's on the 5D, So let's see what else is going on here. The moon reverse. Yeah, you're going to find out. You are going to find out. This full moon in Scorpio is still very much in full effect, and we do have a new moon in Gemini coming up soon. And I feel like they're very connected. I listen to I'm not a professional astrologer, but I do listen to a lot of astrologers, and this full moon in Scorpio was very telling. It brought up a lot of hidden, stuff hidden from the past, stories from the past, and it was just very telling. It was like a truthful moon. It was a full flower moon. I feel like it should have been like a blue moon, because blue is a number of truth and communication. But it was a full flower moon, and I feel like between this time and your new moon in Gemini, you're going to be finding out exactly what happened, that there actually was spell mark, especially with the moon involved here. This person didn't just spew venom. They did an actual spell to break you. It wasn't so much to break you guys apart. It was for your person to not be able to perform in the bedroom, and also to kind of like do things that they normally wouldn't do, and not feel well, not maybe they were tired, maybe they checked out, maybe you felt like they were like confused, they weren't saying things the right way, they were acting weird, they were acting strange. That's because they were under this domination spell. You see the skull with the tree coming out of it? Okay, they've been hit with this before, and they thought it was over, but it's not, because their ex keeps going for them. Okay, but you're going to be finding out exactly what's going on, Gemini, and I think you're going to act accordingly here. You're going to do, between the full moon that we have now, which is 2 days ago, the moon is still quite full, up into the new moon, you're going to find out a lot of information. The new moon in Gemini, it's your moon. And if you're Gemini rising, it's even more of your moon, okay? Wherever you have your strong Gemini placements, I have Gemini and Venus, so I do listen to Gemini a lot. You're going to be finding out exactly who, what, when, where, and why, and how, okay? So, and then you can act accordingly. But if you're seeing this now, before the new moon hits, I would suggest crystal up, get the black candles out, or the white candle, we find any kind of candle, that you set intentions to release this, and protect your energy, clear your home, do whatever you have to do, say positive affirmations, stay grounded, do meditation work. All that stuff helps. All of that stuff helps. Everything helps, because this is a very low vibration. It's a very dominant low vibration, but it's a low vibration, and light always wins over dark. So you're going to be finding out a lot of information here, and you may be finding out more than you bargained for about your person, but whatever they did wrong is in the past. This was a long time ago. And all these years they've been under domination, but they were still able to meet you and be with you and charm you, right? So it's something that comes and goes. So this female dark alchemist keeps attacking, not always all the time, but just when they find out they must be in conflict with this person. Like I said, they must have children together, or family ties together, business together, whatever. And maybe your person doesn't believe in magic, doesn't believe in that stuff, says, nah, nothing can get to me. A lot of people feel that way, and you know what? They're right. If you don't allow anything to get to you, it won't. But sometimes when you think that you're so immune to darkness, no, it can creep up. And it has to be addressed, because this female needs to stop. Okay, so let's just see what else goes on here. Okay. Two of Swords reversed. You're going to definitely be speaking about this to somebody. You could be speaking to a practitioner. Here, this female looks like she has two swords, but they look like selenite swords. This is selenite, clears the energy, absolutely love it, love it. It comes straight from, it comes from the earth, but it's directly associated with the goddess Luna, goddess Selene, the moon goddess, right? So I'm seeing this as two swords of selenite, kind of like clearing your energy while you're speaking and saying some positive affirmations. Maybe you're doing some kind of reverse candle to reverse the working, which I strongly suggest you reverse the working with harm to none. Okay, and just send back the energy, but not to curse this dark female, because then it's just going to be like a war going on constantly, and you don't want that. Send the energy to say, hey, this energy belongs to you, and this is my relationship. You guys are not together anymore. And then you want to ask, God and goddess, whoever deity you work with the moon energy, to send it out past the ethers to be destroyed and never come back. So I feel like with this knowledge, Gemini, it could actually be somewhat of a blessing in disguise, because you realize that energy is everything, and you have the power to heal this. Because I do see a very important conversation coming up that's needed to be had for quite some time. So I feel like your person is aware. They just don't want to accept it, that their ex wants to destroy them and is out to get them. They think that they're immune to it if they just ignore it. But that's not the truth. When someone keeps constantly attacking us and we think we're so sure of the fact that we're protected, if we're not asking for the protection, it can hit us. So I feel like that's what the Two of Swords is all about here, is the conversation, the important conversation, like, hey, we really need to clear this out. And your ex needs to really, be held accountable for what she's doing. I do feel she's already being held accountable by Spirit, okay? But I also feel your person is suffering as well. So I don't feel it's getting to you yet. It's trying to get to you, Gemini, okay? But with the moon reversed here and the Two of Swords reversed on top of the Nine of Wands in reverse, I feel like you're gonna counter it before it actually creates a chaos and mayhem in your home, in your life, and and all of that. So that's good to know. But I'm sorry about this, but it does happen. Let me pull 3 more cards. What else Gemini needs to know? It's it's up to you, really. If you're going to be able to live with the fact that this is why your person is acting strange, acting weird, pulled away from you intimately, is not making sense of what they're saying. It's the spell work. It's the dark magic. But like I said, the person who did it is not able to do any more. But you still have to send it back. You have to reverse it back. Okay, so get a reversal candle, or a black candle, red candle. Is it just black, or black and red and white? White is just fine too. The intention, and crystal up, and definitely pray, journal, say what you want to happen. Say, I don't want anyone to be affected by this. I just want to send back the energy, and then for it to be destroyed, you call upon your deity to protect you, or God and goddess, whoever source is to you of the highest high, and it'll leave. Because I feel like I said, the saboteur is becoming weak. Okay, because of all of the years of doing this. Okay, 3 more cards from Spirit. I'm sorry, Gemini, but I do see you being successful with this, okay? I do see you getting out of this. I do see you coming over this. And it may make you want to live a more metaphysical life, a more of a spiritual lifestyle, because of this. Sometimes that can happen when somebody's under some type of spiritual attack, or jinx, or hex, or whatever, evil eye. Once they rid themselves of it, they kind of get fascinated with the energy, and then they take it to another level. They feel it's their calling, and they want to help others remove it from themselves as well. So maybe that's something that's going to happen for you, Gemini. Let me know in the comments. If you are a diviner, if you are a tarot card reader, if you are someone who works with energy, let me know. 3 more cards, Spirit, please. I see you working on this. She's holding a pentacle. She's doing her earth work. She's doing her spell. She's doing it. This is beautiful. I love this energy. Maybe some of you have red hair or reddish hair, dyeing your hair red. Maybe you're working with goddess Bridget. I work with her a lot. She's very good at healing. If you don't know who she is, Bridget of Kildare, you can look her up. She's a very beautiful Celtic deity. I work with her a lot. And the Eight of Coins, of course, it speaks about work, but it also can speak about spell work, and it's positive spell work. So this means you're doing something positive, okay, especially with the pentacles here. Okay, air, fire, earth, water, spirit. Very beautiful, okay, of love and light, beautiful magic. Ten of Pentacles. You're getting back what was taken. This man now belongs to you. Their loyalty now belongs to you, no longer to the ex. So whatever, and there are very many people around enjoying this. This is a new beginning in a family dynamic. So this is great. This is very, very good. This is very positive. Okay, you are doing the work. You're putting in the work. You're fighting for your relationship. You're fighting for your person, and now you have your person's loyalty. Your loyalty and your person's loyalty will continue to be there. Okay, she hasn't been able to make them what she wanted them to do, what she wanted your person to do, was to leave you, betray you, cheat on you, either with her or a third person, probably her. Okay, so, but no, it can't happen. She's under heavy karma. She's being tied down, and maybe she's being bound by spirit not to do it anymore. Okay, so this is very good. And the Two of Cups, brand new beginnings for you and your person. Okay, this is beautiful. This shows me right here that this spell will backfire. This dark work will backfire and will be working out in your favor. And it will not happen again. Okay, but you need to act now, Gemini. You need to do the work. It's very easy to rid this. Okay, like I said, and especially because the saboteur is already under attack by spirit. Okay, for what they've done. And you have the power to clear yourself, to clear your partner, to clear your person, to get back the loyalty, respect, and family, and then have a brand new beginning like never before. Okay, so this is really beautiful. I love this for you guys. I'm sorry about, this. If you've noticed your person's been acting strange and, whatever, it's because they're under a domination spell. But it's not going to be for much longer, Gemini. It's not going to be for much longer. Spirit is mad. Spirit is pissed. Okay, the ex is not going to win. I'm going to pull you one more card from Spirit, from the Nature's Whispers Oracle, and see what else my spirit guides, your ancestors, your spiritual team, my spiritual team has to say to you. What does Divine have to say to Gemini regarding this situation? Hope and happiness. Ooh, who got this yesterday? Taurus got this yesterday or the day before? Interesting. Taurus got the same card, I believe. If you have Taurus anywhere strong in your chart, or if your person does, maybe your person's a Taurus. I feel like they were more of a fire sign, but maybe check out Taurus's video that I posted. Hope and happiness, number 48. That number can be significant to you. Okay. So, you have reached a time filled with healing energy, new progress, and satisfaction. You're at a point for festivity. So yes, you're still in that festive energy, okay? And with the Two of Cups showing at the end, that shows me like a reigniting of your love relationship. Maybe you're celebrating an anniversary, like I said, something like that. It's rekindling, your love. You're definitely meant to be with your person. Your person was just under heavy domination attack for years from their ex, and that's going away now, okay? But you have to do the work. The energy in this phase is supportive and promotes a feel of winning. Okay, now we saw the Six of Wands that the saboteur thought that she was winning. Well, guess what now? Gemini, you're winning, okay? Let worries or challenges from the past fade away as you focus on the joy that is surrounding you. Feel encouraged and excited about the potential of all the wonderful promises that are being kept. See, your person is loyal to you. Your man is loyal to you. Your woman is loyal to you. Okay, I saw that with a Ten of Pentacles card with the dog getting massage. A dog represents loyalty. Okay, so your person's loyalty never... What I think that the saboteur wanted to happen was for them to betray you, but it didn't get that far. it messed with the intimacy a little bit. Okay, but that was all it did. Feel encouraged and excited about the potential of all the wonderful promises that are being kept. Celebrate and enjoy your life. Page number 65. That might also be significant to you. Number 4, number 8, number 6, and number 5. This is beautiful, Gemini. The saboteur will pay a heavy price of karma. All you need to do is clear out the energy, send back the energy, and ask Spirit to, push it out towards the ethers, never to return. And that's it. This will never happen again. I'm wishing you much love, light, and unexpected blessings. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.